best of the Morning X.
With Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
Talking about the story up in near Kansas City.
Leslie, will you read that story,
Yeah, workers at the WireCo Corporation in St. Joseph, Missouri, set up a hidden camera to figure out why their coffee tasted so weird. Well, what they found out was a coworker used the coffee pot as a urinal.
Yum, yum.
I guess he was feuding with other workers. He was fired shortly thereafter, but company officials declined to say if the dismissal was related to this coffee pot incident.
All right, this, of course, would be the segment of the program where we unleash
The news monster.
Calling Missouri.
Hello, WireCo Corporation.
Hi, who's this?
This is the switchboard.
Hi, Switchboard. We're the news monster on the air here in Atlanta, and we were following up a story that we had read, which you're probably familiar about.
I'm real familiar, yes. One moment, please.
Okay.
We're getting nowhere here.
We have to talk to the supervisor.
She's been instructed not to talk about the story.
Good morning.
Hey.
Yes.
Hi, this is Jimmy Barron and Barnes and Leslie on the air at the News Monster in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just following up the story, the unfortunate story, I might add, because, WireCo is an upstanding company. And where does this story stand right now?
Really, the only statement that we have to make is the issue has actually been handled internally. The individual is no longer employed with the company.
And will there be a court case?
That is up to the prosecuting attorney in town, and we really have nothing to do with that.
I see.
We have no further statement.
And was he just like
really? We have no
leaning
further
over it.
We have no further comment.
I mean, was he kind of going like using it as a urinal? We must have gotten disconnected, and we were getting to the bottom of this.
Leslie? Some coffee?
Now, wait a minute. I was not satisfied with that
No, I know.
information.
Somebody's got this videotape.
No, hang on.
Doug, give me that.
You have the phone number of the police?
The police, right
Kansas
there.
City Police.
Here it is.
All right.
Is that an 8 or a 0 in the end?
8.
Put this one on your tab. They're going to think I'm like calling friends in Kansas City or something.
Well, they must have record of a Barnes at this sheriff's
not.
office.
Lieutenant Herder.
Hey, Lieutenant Herder.
Hey.
Hey, this is Jimmy Barron and Barnes and Leslie. We're on the News Monster in Atlanta, and the sheriff told me to give you a call because we were doing a follow-up on the coffee pot case, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you something. You have been on the force for how many years?
19 years.
19 years. I'm going to take a wild stab and say this is not a routine case.
It'd be pretty accurate.
So they call you up and tell you what?
Well, I got a call from a person who basically told me what was going on. Okay?
Saying that there was a man that they felt was urinating in the company coffee pot.
Right.
Okay. Continue.
And I just basically told them they need to make a police report because it is a violation of the law.
And what code does that fall under?
Well, it's going to fall under tampering with food items.
Yeah, it would fall under that code. Okay. So, did you collar the guy? I mean, do you go out and arrest the guy after that, after viewing the videotape?
No, what we did, our standard procedure is, of course, we took the police report.
The standard procedure for a urinating coffee pot case.
Well, for any criminal investigation.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Is to take the police report, do the necessary interviews, and then we have submitted our case to the prosecuting attorney's office.
Right. Amazing.
What charge would you think would be filed for something like this?
there's a real broad spectrum that he could file.
Has his name not been released yet?
No. Until they file charges, we can't release the name.
Wow.
Now, without getting too graphic, I want to paint a picture here of what's on that videotape.
Well, the videotape is pretty graphic.
Was he doing it in the kitchen there? Or was he, like, taking it out to the bathroom? Or, I mean...
No, it's in a break room area.
So he was just kind of looking around and see if anyone's coming and just kind of did his deal.
Like I said, I really can't comment, on the contents of the video.
Oh.
And is it like one of those big metal coffee pots, or is it like a Mr. Coffee?
No, it's like a Mr. Coffee.
So he would go inside the top and then hit brew, right? Really, you'd hit brew, and I don't know if he would filter it or not, but I'm just trying to understand how this happens.
He didn't filter it.
It's unfiltered.
Did anybody get, like, sick or anything from this?
Not that we're aware of.
They just thought it tasted funny.
I guess so.
Well, the Kansas City health director was quoted as saying, a healthy person normally puts out relatively non-infectious urine. But from the aesthetic point of view, it's gross, and I think we can all agree on that. Wouldn't you?
I would agree.
Yeah.
And I guess the coffee's, masked any urine color.
To quote the guy that made the report, and he said this on local TV here last night, he said the coffee tasted like urine smelled.
Okay.
I just got a really bad feeling go over my body.
Because you know
in my
what he's talking
throat.
about. Well, listen, Lieutenant, we appreciate you joining us on the News Monster.
Sure.
And Semper Fi.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Monster. A reporter's lot is not easy. Making exciting stories out of plain, average, everyday people like Robin and me.
The best of the Morning X. Thanks for listening. We hope there's no permanent damage. 99X.
Former U.S. Navy SEAL Sean Ryan captures real stories about sacrifice and strength.
My biggest fear wasn't death. My biggest fear was nobody will remember me.
That motivates a lot of people.
It just made me feel invincible.
Open the steel door and just... They were all convinced, I think, that they were about to die. This rush of stress comes over me because now it's soul time.
All of a sudden I'm saying, what is really important?
Let us reveal the truth of ourselves.
That's it.
The Sean Ryan Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.